Hi everyone, and welcome to week 5. We've made it. We're looking not quite the halfway point, but we're getting close. And we are now looking at gratitude to catapult your life instead of capping it. And I think this is something essential that we need to do because gratitude is essential. It really is. I think that a life of gratitude, I know people are like, oh, woo, mama, but it's not. It's really fabulous because you need to follow your bliss. And sometimes just finding what you're happy about and grateful for the day, you start realizing, wait, that's not what I expected actually to make me happy today, but it did. And it can kind of take you down whole different rabbit holes of pleasure and life experiences that you did not previously expect yourself to have. So I think that's really important that we not knock gratitude in and of itself. What we do need to knock is this way that we make gratitude into a ceiling for us that we don't allow ourselves to then catapult over into a life of more. So this is what the Badassery magazine people used to call, thank you universe, more please. Instead of going, well, at least I have this and at least I have that, of course it could be better, but I shouldn't complain because of blah 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 blah. And depending what these things are, they might actually be things that you're like, actually, I've got a pretty fabulous life, who am I to complain? If you're not happy, you can change it. You're allowed to do that. But what you should do, and what you actually have an obligation to then, is then look at all the reasons with this freedom thief whispering in your mind. But there's people out there who need to clean the toilets for a living and they don't get to have anything else, and now you're complaining that you are a CEO of whatever business and you're incredibly unhappy because man, I've got no time. You're right there, that there's an unfairness and an inherent unfairness there that you should address, but that doesn't mean you get to shut off your own happiness. But you should then use your own either power or your free time, or if you don't have power, or if you have power but no free time, you can also use your money into helping other people or organizations fight against these inequalities that are really not fair. You can look at how to help people get a further education. How do you help people look at different types of child care? How do you make it more affordable? It doesn't matter what your particular care is. Whatever the freedom thief is saying, that at least you have this. Fight that freedom thief by saying, no, I'm going to actually look into how to make this available to everyone instead of just me or to a select few people. And instead, I'm going to then use this then to blast past and make myself happy, despite the fact that not everyone has the advantages that I have. And I think that's fine. But this is something I think that people do, that we really trap ourselves, that we, especially as women, we don't realize the power we have often, in that we could change the world if we would just stop letting other people tell us, well, you're just a soccer mom, or be happy that you get to be a soccer mom. Like, the freedom thieves come at you from every single direction. There's no right way to live your life, and freedom thieves will keep you stuck and terrified and small in a little corner. And instead of saying, what, no, I'm going to start escaping from my freedom thieves, I'm no longer shining up this cage, I'm living life how I want to do it, not how it makes other people comfortable, not what makes other people happy, what makes me happy. But more importantly, I'm not going to let gratitude stop me from living the life I want. Instead, I'm going to use it to catapult myself into the life I want, and then use that extra free time or money or joy or energy into then making sure that other people could have the same thing. Because if that's a freedom thief in your life, it's probably a valid one sometimes. It might actually have a good point, and that's what makes freedom thieves so insidious, that they often do have good points. Like, who are you to complain? At least you have health insurance, or at least you don't have to worry about, if your baby's going to be shot on the way home. Like, these are real concerns, but instead of then using that as a way to stop yourself and taking away your power, you're instead going to use it as a way to find out how to use that power to then change the world. Or, if you're like, I'm too small, I don't want to change the world. Okay, you don't have to, but you know what? You could then say, well, now all of a sudden I've got this extra money on the side, with 10, 20 euros a week, and I'll find an organization that will actually do this. And there are some great organizations out there, like one of the ones, I cannot remember the name, it's like, well, I need to look it up. I should have had it here. But, I love these organizations that are actually doing grassroots change, who are going in there and helping people on the level of community. And I don't have that time. I also don't have the ability. I mean, I'm living on a sailboat. We move constantly. I don't have the time to make that connection, but I do have the time to actually set up that money transfer to help them do that. So I put my money where my mouth is in that way. And I think you can do the same thing. And that's not saying it has to be big. It doesn't have to be thousands, hundreds, or anything. It can be $15 a month. Every little bit helps. And this is something that freedom thieves like to do. They like to cap you with, it's not enough, but everything's enough. Just start small, grow big, or stay small. Your freedom thieves would love to tell you all the reasons why you can't do it, because of all of these reasons of why you shouldn't be small, you shouldn't be that, and blah, 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 blah. Freedom thieves, stop them where they are. Start using gratitude to catapult your life. And yeah, trust yourself and start facing down those freedom thieves. It's not easy, but that's what the course is about and why you're here and what we're going to keep looking into. So this course we're looking at, this module, sorry, we're looking at the descent, that part of the heroine's journey in particular, which is difficult, guys. It's not easy. Also, wounds to wisdom, the power of bibliotherapy. This is something that I really and truly believe in, and I hope that you guys get even half out of it as what I do in my life, and my job will be done. And finally, the 5.3 is using the energy audit to defeat the freedom thieves and move from tentative to radiant explorer. And this is something that we're ready to start looking into. We have the final tools. We are ready to jump into being radiant explorers. Let's do it.